Retrieval augmented generation has a fundamental problem. Most pipelines retrieve documents in a single pass, which falls apart the moment your question requires chaining multiple pieces of information together. This is where this new model from Chroma Context-1 is trying to help. In this video, we are going to install it and we are going to do an end-to-end hands-on demo as how exactly this is working and what problem it is solving. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. So if you don't know what retrieval augmented generation is, it is one technique that enables you to give your own data to AI models in simple words. If you want to give your data to AI models, there are various other ways, like you can fine tune that model on your own data, or you could even post train it, you can mid train it, but those are expensive and time consuming options, and you can't really keep doing it whenever your data changes. That is where retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, comes into picture. You take your data, you convert it into numerical representation, you store it in a vector database, and then whenever someone asks a question about your data, you do a similarity search on your data, you retrieve some of the options or candidates, you append them to the prompt, you give it to the model, and that is how the model not only uses its own intelligence, but also it has a context around your own data. So this is what RAG is at a very high level. Now the problem which I mentioned here is very nuanced. Chroma is a vector database company, and I think they identified this issue which I just described, and that is why they have released this 20 billion parameter open weight model, which is specifically trained to solve this issue. So instead of dumping everything into a frontier model and hoping for the best, Context-1 acts as a dedicated search subagent. It decomposes your query, iteratively searches a corpus across multiple turns, and actively prunes irrelevant documents from its own context window as it goes. The result is retrieval quality that matches models orders of magnitude larger at a fraction of cost and latency, and that is huge. And you can see that from these benchmarks. So what we are going to do in this video, we are going to install this Context-1 on our local server, and then we are going to run it against a document corpus locally, and then I'm going to pair it with a frontier model. I'm going to go with Minimax M2.7 to show the full retrieval to answer pipeline in action. If you're running it in production, and if you want to go all local, I mean even your frontier model, you can just use it any model of your choice, but should be a frontier model. That is going to reduce your cost and reduce your time while improving the quality of your RAG. So that is the whole stuff which we are going to do. Let me take you to my terminal. So this is my Ubuntu system. I am going to use this Ubuntu NVIDIA RTX 6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. GPU card, if you're looking to rent a GPU on very good price, you can find the link to Master Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for a range of GPUs. And now let's install all the prerequisites, which include torch, transformers, and all the usual suspects. Everything is installed. Now let's download the model. I'm just going to download it from Hugging Face. Make sure that you have that much space on your system. I think it takes around 42 GB in order to get everything downloaded. You can see here. And the model is now downloaded. Let's test it out. So what I'm going to do, as I told you that I'm going to use this Minimax model through API. You can also install it locally. We have already done the video. Minimax API work through Anthropic compatible API endpoint. So that is why I'm installing Anthropic's SDK. That's done. And then I'm going to set these environment variables. First is base URL, which is Minimax's, and this is API key. So you can grab your API key from Minimax API platform. You also get a lot of free credit. So if this is the first time, I think you won't really have to pay anything. So let me set my key and clear the screen, and I will show you the code. In order to test it, I have just created this real world scenario where we are going to use this model to work on this legal document, which is a big corpus of legal document which I have created. So as we know that Context-1 is a purpose-trained retrieval model. It is not a general chat model. When we call it after importing all the libraries, then we are loading it onto our GPU, and then we pass the entire employment agreement. Then it is going to split it into 33 section level chunks along with query. The model then does what it was trained to do. It decomposes the query into sub-questions, reason over each chunk, identifies which documents are relevant and why, and outputs a ranked list of document IDs with justification. Also, it does not answer the question itself. That is a main point, and that is by design. It only retrieves the documents as per context. The retrieved document IDs and their content are then extracted and passed to whatever model you are using. Frontier model, in our case, we are going to use Minimax M2.7, which is a frontier reasoning model via the Anthropic compatible SDK. Then this Minimax receives only the retrieved chunks as context, not the full document, which means the quality of its answers is entirely dependent on how well Context-1 retrieved the right section. And this is a core architectural pattern the Chroma paper described, and which I already have described you in great detail. So let's run this from our terminal, and I will also share the code with you. Just message me on X and I will be happy to share it. And this is where you can find me on X. Okay, so let's go back to our terminal and let's run this. I'm just going to run it in front of you. So it is going to load the model. First, I guess it is going to load the tokenizer. Yep, and then it is going to load the model onto our GPU. I will let it run so that you would also check it out. It is loading all the weights, and then while it loads them, we will also check the VRAM consumption in real time. So I believe it consumes around 42 gig of VRAM as it works through. There you go. So just close to 43 gig of VRAM it consumes. Anyway, so if I go back, this is a query which we are running, that some person resigns tomorrow, what happens to their bonus and all that stuff. Now the Context-1 is only retrieving the relevant documents from our corpus of data, and then it is going to pass it on, only the relevant one, to the frontier model, which means the frontier model is only receiving what is needed. So less in API cost, low latency, more grounded answer to the client. You can even cache it in your production pipeline. Anyway, let's wait for it to come back. And there you go, the Context-1 has retrieved these documents after reasoning through a bit. These are the ones, and then it has the relevant documents 10, 9, 31, and 22. And then it is searching it again, just checking its own answer, reflecting, which is really good. And by the way, it is based on GPT OSS, the OpenAI model, which is open source. That is good. Now it is just giving us those document IDs and the relevant stuff, and then it is being passed to Minimax, and Minimax has responded back very, very quickly. There you go, which is very grounded, very nuanced. How good is that? It is actually very impressive in my humble opinion. Now another interesting bit is that they have mentioned that they are going to release their own agent harness for this model, and that is what is going to unlock the full potential, or in other words, whatever they have mentioned in their technical report. And the harness is simply an orchestration layer that manages token budget, context pruning, deduplication, and the multi-turn search loop that Context-1 was actually trained on. But I think we already have done semblance of it. So if you're interested, you can also run this, but looks quite good. Let me know what do you think. Again, please support the channel. I'm actually tired of saying like, subscribe, because everyone says that what you need to do. I would just appreciate all the support, but please do follow me on X, as that helps. And really thank you for all the support. I appreciate it.